Jaden. He's a great himbo. I was like, yes. I definitely like I'm always surprised about Higurashi no Nakakoro ni, or like the When They Cry series, because usually they have like characters you'd think I wouldn't like, but I'm like, I actually like Keiichi. Or like, yeah, yeah. Reina's my favorite, obviously, but yeah. Is it Reina as well? Rika. Okay, I was gonna be like, it's either Reina or Rika, because I feel like those are the two fan favorites. Yeah. And then I also do like Shion too. Okay. Yeah. Oh god, that's right. It's like Black Friday and they're like working in call support for like a company that like has Black Friday deals, so goodness gracious. It's yeah. Not so, but it's probably like they do call support, so it's
Oh,
like probably like dealing with online orders and stuff
oh,
like that.
thank you, Wheel. I am now talking, so that helps. Uh, yeah. So, uh, good luck, Wheel. That's what I want to say. Dealing with like the Black Friday rush, and yeah,
Good luck. Good luck, Owu.
woo. We haven't had a character with some voice ticks yet, but maybe we'll get one. I Good luck surviving, Wheel. And I think we should be good to go to just start, right? Though it is awkward having the first part of the stream just not have my voice at all, but yeah, it's good. All right.
Ah!
Alright, so back to Ciconia when they cry. Do you want to take the narration this time, or should I? Jupiter? Did I mess something up?
Give me a moment. My like
Uh,
thing is. Do you want me to be the narrator?
I can handle narration, but
Do you want me to be the narrator?
let's see until the characters come. I'll narrate for now. Okay. A triangular, luxuriously designed table was lit by a faint light. Until your eyes adjusted to the darkness, you wouldn't be able to see anything else. Then a white hand suddenly stretched into that darkness. That hand was holding a small bag with gold embroidery. Mysterious voice. Open it. As you wait. Do you want to take the girl's voice?
Uh, no, you can do it.
Okay. As you wish. In that case. The contents of the bag were laid out on the table. It was 3 coins. 2 of them were gold, and 1 was silver.
Oh
Always.
my god, their currency is the millennium. It's the millennium puzzle is their currency.
I mean, why would they even have physical currency anymore? It's the future. Is this more LARPing? Are we still LARPing in the future? Always keep your eyes open. After all, you people will never know when that day, that time will come. Veer Dreisig. That doesn't sound like a real person name.
Gotta be some important.
This clock wasn't here before.
We'll meet eventually. Oh.
Clocks. Now back to judo. And there it is. Gudarenko's famous Osotogari. The AU Russian army has really been... I'll take the narrator, you take the commenter?
The AU Russian army really has been focusing on its judo. Oh goodness.
Yep.
You heard... Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, you're cutting out again.
Japan removed it from its army training. This stirs up another fiery debate in this country. Oh goodness. Alright, let me retake that.
Okay. Let's go for a third.
The AU Russian army really has been focusing on its judo. Okay. Japan removed it from its army's training routine. Sure, but I'll bet it stirs up another fiery debate in this country. Does it sound clear on my end?
Yeah, it's still a bit messy.
Oh no.
Yeah, so we'll figure it out. Okay, but let's power through for now. Hopefully it clears up on itself.
Oh goodness.
We've just received some new information. In the Striker class group tank competition, 2nd Lieutenant Alberto Garcia Velato Lato, Argentinian military, has successfully achieved the first hat trick of this year's festival.
The Lato military certainly has taken a gamble this year, entering only people under 20 into the group tank competition, but it looks like it's paying off. I think it's safe to say that youth speaks louder than experience these days.
I suppose whether it's blazing a trail to a new era or maintaining the peace, no one is more qualified than the young. Still, I'd like to see more of our experienced soldiers give it their all too. Even the sports is now the military.
God, jeez Louise. The International
Battle Standard Festival of Peace was a competition featuring soldiers from across the world. Of course, this competition included more than just sports. Yes, perfect! What a beautifully perfect flying. The ABN British Air Force refuses to surrender their place as the master of the art of the skies, and their 2nd Lieutenant George White truly is a genius, even at the age of 18.
He certainly has the skill, but his plane is incredible too. In every part of these blueprints, you can feel the spirit that their design devote to the art of the sky. Hooray for child soldiers! Again!
Okay, it's never stopping. Now let's switch over to the maritime competition. As the warship triathlon Dreadnought Class 30 Gun Division and the heavy bombardment ship Gloria del Lobido from the ACR Angolan Navy has passed the qualifying round with a festival record.
Last year, the ACR Combined Navy made an incredible showing. However, we can't forget the COU Chinese Navy's new ship, the Tianjin, which won last year's Central Ocean Cup.
We're gonna be butchering so much names. Most events included not just soldiers, but their weaponry as well. The way they determined winners and losers was an open, refreshing thing designed to foster a noble soldiership among troops who protected world peace together. Of course, it was still a competition, so they fought against the members of the opposing factions as if they were enemies. However, when both sides learned from each other and interacted, they grew to respect one another. Every national military from every faction deepened the relationship during the International Battle Standard Festival of Peace. To those who sported the walls of peace from both sides, the friendships this inspired were the best way to prevent war. At the same time, this put the military techniques from countries all over the world on display, making it possible for all national militaries to share in new technologies that would prevent future breakthroughs in military tech from causing a breach in the military balance. Instead of avoiding military might, the world could acknowledge its function and maintain a healthy balance, making world peace a reality. That was why the International Battle Standard Festival of Peace existed. Or at least that was what the event planning committee liked to say. To be perfectly honest, all nations wanted to look good in the eyes of their citizen, so they tried to get good results, earning medals left and right. Since war never broke out, the report cards for militaries became the number of medals they won at the festival. In other words, though the young were supposedly the main participants in this event, the expectations of the old affected it significantly.
So this is like military Olympics, basically.
Yeah, except the Olympics is just the military Olympics now.
Oh god. What Metal Gear Solid hellscape is this?
Outer Heaven 2, but this time it worked.
Outer Heaven 2 Electric Boogaloo.
This time Big Boss didn't have to kill all his soldiers speaking Kikongo.
Yep.
Yep. So though soldiership was supposed to be something noble, they were always talking bribery and doping behind the scenes. Well, that sort of thing happens in every era. There's no point harping on it. Those young people who carried the prestige of their nations were spurred on mercilessly. Yeah, full circle. We're in like Outer Heaven 2. Those young people who carried the prestige of the nation were spurred on mercilessly. Only those who succeeded were praised. Also, hello Mosca Blanca, how are you doing?
Hello. Hope you're doing okay. Hope you're having a nice week.
Only those who succeeded were praised, and those who didn't measure up were abandoned. This happens in all eras. There's no point harping on that either. Well, oh, that's good. I solve a while before my exam students start. Good luck, Mosca. You can do this. I'm assuming you're already crushing it. It's always the young who are made to compete, and the adults only reward success. The young don't want the adults to abandon them, so they always press forward.
Do you want me to do this, dude?
Sure.
You fool! Didn't I tell you not to let your eyes off Lilia and Koshka, not even for a second? Oh, it's Chloe. You want me to do Chloe again?
Did you want me to take Chloe from you?
I kind of want to do Chloe because I like my...
Yeah, you just go for it. Despite being Canadian, I can't follow up with Chloe.
Alright. I'm so sorry, instructor! Why are you...
Okay. Do you want me to just...
can do...
Yeah. Why are you causing a ruckus right before a match, at a time when you must be at your absolute peak condition? You knew that you would run wild right away, didn't you? But instead, you started going crazy with them. You fool! You imbecile! You nincompoop! Jupiter?
Oh, I think I was too high-pitched that Discord didn't get it.
Whoa.
I'm so sorry! I'm so sorry!
Come on, if we just have a few seats, our physical condition will be back to normal in no time, meow. The most efficient way for Gauntlet Knights to restore their stamina was sugar. In other words, dessert. Lily and Koshka, who had returned from the athletes' capture with extra large parfaits in both hands, didn't give a damn that Chloe was getting in trouble because of them. They were happily gulping down their parfaits.
If anything, this is all because I was kept waiting for so long for my turn. It got boring.
Yeah, meow, Okanogi, it's totally your job to make sure we don't get bored, meow. You little brats! Okanogi stamped his feet, but because of his position and other adult reasons, he couldn't hit Lilia or Koshka, so he karate chopped Chloe twice on the head. Yay, child soldier abuse! We in there. These kids would be up very soon, when he wanted them to be their best conditions for the sake of their nations and their factions. They had just started up a battle royal in the simulator for just because they were bored. Do you realize how many people worked hard and how much money was spent to get you fools into peak condition? And now you're wasting all that just so you can play with your friends because you're bored? My
head gonna...
You're going too high, Jupiter. Your voice acting's too strong.
Ow, that hurts! Instructor! My head's gonna cave in!
Wait, that actually might be the reason, Jupiter.
I'm going too high pitch.
Yeah, that actually might be it. Okay.
Oh no.
Okay, so after going that crazy, it's amazing they managed to recover so quickly.
That's youth for you. Give a kid some chocolate and they'll be perfectly fine. By the way, this chocolate's delicious. What country is it from?
Gauntlet Knight's fatigue manifests itself in the brain. It's hard to self-diagnose. You managed to recover up to 89%, Mia. Don't forget that you got at least 10% of your fatigue remaining. You don't understand. In this world, there are kinds of power that you gotta work for, even if it wears you out.
Next time, go build up that power on your own. Have some respect for my time.
Oh, you say that, but your brainwave data after a match was as good as it gets. Want me to compare it to your historical graphs and send it to you? The data says you're sulking and wagging your tail at the same time.
Shut up! I'm not gonna fight you again. Go staple a picture of me to the wall and do it on your own next time.
You're hilarious, Meow. The condition of your blood says you're still somewhat fatigued, but I must admit your unquantifiable mental condition has improved. The young can be so interesting.
I'm pretty sure you qualify as young too.
Oh, right. How silly of me. I'll bet Gunhild's mental age has 1s and 10 digits flipped.
Moment. There's no helping it. You'll never find a parallel processor who isn't weird. Still, the skill you get as a result is honestly amazing.
Well, I know I wouldn't trust her butts to anyone but old Granny Gunhild. Gauntlet Knights were typically deployed in 3-person teams, and in the Meow, Jaden, Gunhild team, Meow and Jaden were only able to focus on their offensive role in the front lines because they had Gunhild supporting them from behind. However, she wasn't just a supporter, she was all in that role because that's what she was best at, but she was also talented enough to riddle any tactical holes if they broke through. On the contrary, perhaps because she always observed her opponents calmly as a supporter, she actually won most of the time in one-on-one matches against Meow and Jaden. She humbly claimed that she only won because she memorized Meow's and Jaden's patterns and that she'd be totally useless in a real fight. However, Meow and Jaden knew that they could trust their backs to her. By the way,
So basically, Brunhilde is the real ace of this crew.
Yeah. By the way, Meow was an ace of the AOU Japanese military. Jin had come from an ace unit in AOU American military. And of course, Gunhild was ace 2 of the AOU Swedish military. So the
yeah, we're getting some ace rep here from all around the country.
No one fucks. The future.
Oh goodness.
Yep. Finally, the ace representation you needed.
Yep.
So the AOU has Japan, America, and Sweden in it.
Oh my goodness.
These were the 3 of the best aces the AOU had. Groups of 3 people supporting each other's lives like this were sometimes called Ket, in imitation of the Air Force or squads in imitation of the Army. Meow, Jaden, and Gunhild. They were the 17th Aerial Augmented Infantry Squad Warcat. Because sex is gross and weird, but a lot of people, it's commonly wanted by a lot of people, so you can easily be in the future, like, get rid of that gross ass shit, which also makes it different from some people, but it also,
also, isn't augmented reality real? So there must be some really extreme, like, VTubers where you can just, like, put holographic V2 personas, and you're like, alrighty, I'm Hatsune Miku now, it's just a holograph over your body.
Oh, totally.
But also, I'm imagining that, like, there's holographic VR sex or some shit, too.
Oh, there has to be. You remember in, like, Ghost in the Shell where people, or just a bunch of other sci-fi stuff, where people basically sell their experiences as, like, virtual experiences? Just experience every sensation I had. Or people doing multiple, getting modified so they can do multiple experiences at one time.
Yep.
Yep.
I could totally see that.
Oh, yeah.
Experience 50 different types of orgies at once. Oh god.
Oh, is that from the Ready Player 2? Because that's a thing there, and that book is awful.
I know. Oh my god, I just read
Oh,
the threads about it. It's so wild.
it's absurd.
It's still transphobic, of course, so content warning if anyone's walking into that book for dark curiosity. It's still transphobic and racist and pretty homophobic still, even though the author thinks he improved on it. It's still all these stuff.
And somehow the protagonist has become an even more asshole and is a horrible rich asshole now. So it's like, just
he's basically Notch with Elon Musk and a sprinkle of Mark Zuckerberg.
Is that even a human being at that point?
No, it's not.
Okay, speaking of horrible, like, future dystopias, let's get back to this one.
This one's at least fun and well written. Fun.
It was one of the best Gauntlet Knight Ket in the AOU, Arctic Ocean Union. As Miao's group would put it, they were the honor student Ket. Over there was the problem child Ket. Lilia, Koshka, and Chloe, the 100th Aerial Augmented Infantry Experimental Squad Grave Mole of AOU Combined Military Giroi, Level 4 Heavy Military Research Center. Koshka was attached to the AOU Russian military, but wasn't a soldier, strictly speaking. It had been kept quiet for privacy reasons, but rumor had it that she had been given some kind of exemption in exchange for participating in some aerial augmented infantry related research and human experimentation.
Oh no. Is there a reason why she's got those bandages now? We're gonna figure that out.
There seems to be some reason for those bandages. Apparently, she was officially equipment in care of Level 4 Heavy Class Military Research Center, which had been loaned out to the military for the International Battle Standard Festival of Peace. Yeah, loaning out people. Or equipment, quotation marks. Of course, though, she was equipment. She was also the highest tier equipment that existed, and she understood her position, so she could do whatever she wanted. She had no desire to listen to her superior officers, and even Okinogi, her instructor, couldn't lay a finger on her, no matter how much she pissed him off.
Okay, Koshka knows what's up. She's like, bitch, I'm an equipment and you can't touch me, so I'm gonna live my life.
See,
like, I respect Koshka.
See, you can hurt another human being, but damaging property, society won't accept that.
Oh god, this is getting too real now. Oh no. Oh no. Koshka embraced her disposability under capitalism and is just like, well, I have more basic human rights than I ever had as a human being now that I'm a military property. Oh god.
This might make it sound like she's utterly self-centered and uncooperative, but apparently she's improved a lot from how she used to be.
What? Is there something on my face?
It's the opposite, Meow. You're blocking my way with that big face of yours, Meow.
Well then, I'll just gouge out your eyeballs so you don't have to look at it anymore.
This system is perfect, Mosca. I have no idea what you're talking about. Huh? What's that? Could you talk a bit slower? Your hick words are so bad, my Kizuna can't translate them at all, Meow. Lilia was attached to the AOU Finnish military, but she was officially a military research center's equipment, just like Koshka. Once again, details about her were unknown for privacy reasons, but while she was just as much of a problem child as Koshka was, apparently, just like Koshka, she'd stirred up all kinds of outrageous trouble using her special position as a shield. Was she on good terms with Koshka, or not? She was always approaching Koshka one-sidedly, teasing her and picking fights. She was also high-grade equipment. Problem child number 2, who always got along with Koshka only when they were ignoring their superior officers.
Stop it! Don't make your blood condition any worse! The instructor karate chops really will make my head cave in!
Let's find out if her head can actually do that. Oh, sorry. So, I didn't realize that was the lead.
Oh, yeah. I didn't notice that either.
Let's find out if her head actually can do that.
Nice one, Koshka. Let's go wild in the simulator again, yeah. Then Chloe will get in trouble again, yeah.
Oh, this kid is
so... Your ability to go that high is super impressive. Chloe alone wasn't equipment. She was a soldier of the AOU Canadian military. Just what sort of unlucky star was she born under? Right after she won through all sorts of aptitude tests and exams, and thought she had become the gauntlet knight of her dreams, she had been saddled with looking after this crazy equipment. And partly because of this, the instructor who couldn't touch the high-grade equipment would instead smack Chloe's head whenever they did anything weird.
Oh no, this poor child.
Chloe was a sad sufferer, always stuck between her instructor and the selfish equipment. But of course, she wasn't just there to take care of those two. She definitely was one of the top-ranked gauntlet knights throughout the entire AOU combined military. After all, when selfish equipment went back to the research center for maintenance, she got extremely high grades doing mock battles by herself. Those two squads with a total of 6 people were the athletes sent by the AOU, the Arctic Ocean Union, to participate in the Aerial Augmented Infantry Division of this year's International Battle Standard Festival of Peace. Individual countries did compete in the festival, but it was the inter-faction competitions that got people most excited. Nothing was more thrilling than watching neighboring nations work together to achieve victory in the battle between the 5 great factions that represented the A3W world. Broadcast booth, are you getting video? Here we are in the Verdi Arena. Finally, the young members of the Aerial Augmented Infantry from all factions are entering the stadium. Oh, the representatives of the AOU have just arrived. Aerial Augmented Infantry. That was their official title. They were more commonly known as Gauntlet Knights. These miraculous soldiers of the new era wore gauntlets on their left arms, and they could fly on their own through the sky, repel all sorts of attacks, and wield any kind of weapon. At this year's festival, the Aerial Augmented Infantry Division had finally been established, and their true worth had been revealed to the world at large. However, fights were too dangerous to be held in real space, and as was also the case for other events emulating real warfare, live fire competitions carry some risk no matter how many safety measures you take. However, if you use mock weapons for the sake of safety, the battle becomes completely uninteresting. So dangerous competitions generally took place in a virtual location known as the Verdi Arena. That said, in a virtual world that had advanced as far as possible, the sensations of sight and sound were in no way inferior to reality. Spectators were able to view it as if it was happening right before their eyes. As though the participating athletes were in a simulator room, it felt as though they actually were in the arena. I wonder what kind of people the other factions are sending.
I doubt there's gonna be anyone as normal as you and me.
That's not true, Meow. If the world was full of crazy people as crazy as Koshka, it would have been annihilated by now, Meow.
Please, Piggy, Koshka. If you run wild here, everyone in the world's gonna see it. The instructor chop really makes my head cave in. My stomach's full and I'm sleepy, so I won't fight back.
What a hero. That yawn was just broadcasted publicly. Looks like Chloe really had to face a chop when this is all over. Oh, that group that just come in, is that the COU? It is! They've been led by 2nd Lieutenant Liu Lingji from COU China. I probably pronounced that wrong.
So that's
Forgive me.
Lingji. That ace among aces from COU. Oh my god, this is all just one ace competition to see who's the most ace. It's the battle of the asexuals here.
Her official simulator score is the best in the world. Well, that's probably exaggerated. Behind her are Momotaka from COU Japan. Huh. Isn't Japan also part of the AOU?
Yeah, that's interesting.
And Aisha from COU Indonesia. They're COU's best squad, the COU Combined Military HQ's Imperial Guard, Aerial Augmented Infantry Squad, Baibao.
You can be her.
Remember your training, and we cannot lose.
I'll be Momotake.
Okay.
Of course. As long as I still draw breath, none shall lay a finger upon our princess.
Don't worry, Seacat Whisper. I've played this game before. This is Jupiter's first time, though, so it's fair to be pretty careful about spoilers.
In the comments, I'm not seeing reading the comments on the
Oh,
chat.
okay.
So...
Jupiter isn't, so, but there's probably other people in chat who, you know, just stay safe. I'll take Aisha, I guess, then?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll bet you just want to say that. That's why you were practicing in the bathroom earlier, right? Right?
What?
No way! That definitely, absolutely did not happen. How did you know?
Momotake, you mustn't lose your composure before a battle. Even the princess got mad at you. The next three are from Suparna, the COU Combined Military Central
Oh,
General...
wait, Chloe's speaking this one. Should I say... Wait, Chloe's saying this. Should I
sorry.
say Chloe?
Yeah, sorry. I just thought it was assumed it was the narrator.
Yeah.
The next three are from Suparna, the COU Combined Military Central General Corps, 1st Branch, 301st Aerial Augmented Infantry Squad. Ooh, this is a lot of military
words.
babble.
A lot of words. Babble. Yep. The Gauntlet Knights. Aces. They there.
Battle of the Aces.
All those COU people, you look so serious. I bet if they just told them a joke, they'd just stare at you coldly and ignore you, meow.
Let's see if their eyes remain cold once they've been thoroughly beaten.
I'll do Shujatha then.
Okay.
I mustn't lose to anyone. Not to our enemies, not to Baibao, and not even to my teammate.
Sheesh. How about you just chill out and have some fun? Try waving. Hey, everybody! If you're looking for Andrew from CU Madagascar, that's me. Come on, you wave too, rookie.
Hello? I'm Rukashana from COU Saudi Arabia.
Stop, you two. You're embarrassing us. How many times do I have to tell you to not play along with the nonsense of a careless man who bears no responsibility?
Even though all I did was wave my hand when he made me. Hang in there. Hang in there, rookie.
Contestants from the ABN have also arrived. As expected, they're being led by the three members of the ABN Peace Department's Holy 901st Aerial Augmented Infantry Squad. Datsuyef. Whoa, get a load of the pigskin in the front.
That'll be Naima from ABN Iraq. What I've heard, she's still the ABN's top ace.
Yeah, the rule isn't lifted. We probably won't record it as videos or perhaps as a private thing after, but we'll probably be streaming them. So the VODs might not be there after, is how we're dealing with that.
Mm-hmm.
We might change and maybe as, might even try just messaging Rikishi. Our Pipsqueak is quite the top ace too.
You are talking about me, right?
Wow, wow, wow! Hi, everybody! I'm from ABN.
Absolute baby.
Pleased to meet you. Wow, wow, wow!
Naima, don't get overwhelmed by the atmosphere. I'm detecting an imbalance in your cranial secretions.
But... Wow, wow, wow. I'm so nervous and excited. My eyes keep spinning. This is so fun. Wow, 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 wow.
Take a sedative. It'll affect your performance, but we don't want you hyperventilating before the match starts.
Okay. Well,
Oh no.
Time
Well-
to drug your,
well-
your child soldiers for
well-
maximum performance.
oh,
The Battle Standard Festival is a farce. We've already done our duty just by showing up like this. And now we welcome the 3 members of the ABN Peace Department's 12th Holy Agents Corps, Yellow Dot Shevit. Forgive me for my pronunciations once more. I have to say that.
You get her.
Hi there, everyone.
We're the 12th Holy Agents Corps, Yellow Dot Shevit.
There's a lot of characters.
Okay, I'll voice them. I got this.
Okay.
Today we'll be showing you the miracle of human harmony, friendship, and love.
Look at the staff seating area. Isn't that Nathan from the Belgian Hot Choir? I'll send you the data.
Look, right next to him. Isn't that Jean from Luxembourg Choir? So they really are going out. Yeah.
And are these cheers for the representatives of the ACR? That means we have 4 participating factions present. In front we have the June 1st King's Tour Memorial Squad of the ACR Royal Aerial Knights Corps, followed by the Queen's Cairo Visit Memorial Squad of the ACR Combined Military 1st Aerial Knight Corps. Words.
Words. So many words.
You want to take a breath, Abigail?
Sure.
The time has finally come to show everyone the glory of the African Commonwealth realm.
You may prostrate yourselves before me, foolish masses of the earth. Oh, goodness.
There's no need for you to do anything, Princess. Please leave this match in our hands.
Good plan. If the princess screws up and embarrasses us, that'll annihilate our bonuses.
Yeah, and if we win and tell everyone it was all thanks to the Prince's leadership, our bonuses will be doing just fine.
As will our reputations.
If you're gonna talk behind my back, do it when I can't hear you.
I mean, don't do it.
Look at that crowd. This is so exciting, so tense. Hey, isn't it? Don't you feel the same way, Noor? Don't you?
Stop smothering me. Get back, you puppy! Sheesh. How did someone this hyperactive ever join the Aerial Knight Corps? Don't you think it's weird, Mariana?
I know how just you feel, Gannett. I'm feeling tense too. But... Hey, don't pet me. I don't want anyone but cool big sis Noor to touch me.
Don't touch me, puppy. Your idiocracy is contagious.
Idiocracy. Let's go over there, Mary. Oh, that's sorry, you.
Let's go over there, Mariana.
Don't touch me. I hate cold-hearted people. And I love puppies. Let me pet her. And the final group entering is the team of referees from the International Peace Mediation Association. The First Lieutenant Valentina of the Lato Brazilian military and First Lieutenant Mary Carmen of the Lato Mexican military. I would prefer to see Lato military a team too, but well, the military and police have been arguing over which group that the aerial augmented infantry should be attached to. The military won in the end, but sadly didn't make it in time to apply for the festival.
I'm Valentina of the IPMA military. I'll be refereeing this match.
And I'm Mari Carmen. Do what we say, or you'll get shouted red cards, okay? Everyone, can you believe it? These boys and girls are the aerial augmented infantry troops you've been hearing about, and there's like 20 of them.
There's like So many
There's
of
like
these
50
child
of them.
soldiers. So many of these child soldiers. Oh god, and it's like weird because like there's religious like institutions associated with the military too. How deep does this military industrial complex go?
every day we go deeper into this, capitalistic military industrial hellscape.
Oh,
Armed with
goodness.
nothing but a single gauntlet, they fly through the air like
Now-
fighter jets. They're armed to the teeth like warships, and they have an invincible shield that can repel any sort of attack. In other words, it's fair to say, right here, right now, the peak of the entire world's military might has been gathered together. While it is an unknown weapon whose true power has yet to be revealed, even including today's event, their real worth hasn't been demonstrated outside the Verde. They've become part of this festival starting this year, but before that, the debate over whether this is a military event or an esport kept going on and on. By equipping the cutting-edge technology called Gauntlet, certain suitable boys and girls could fly like fighter jets, arm themselves like warships, and repel attacks like invincible attacks. They even got the drugging the children that they had in the Children's Crusades, so,
Oh god, they did.
It's...
That poor child.
Naturally,
She was adorable too.
She's so adorable. Naturally, seasoned soldiers weren't going to just believe in something like that. If things like aerial augmented infantry really existed, the whole world's air, sea, and land power would become obsolete. The world's military strength wouldn't be measured by the number of soldiers, but by the number of boys and girls capable of wielding a gauntlet. Hello, Wheelbaron. Good to see that you're back.
Hey.
You missed me voicing all these. You missed us voicing all these assortment of characters.
We'll show those characters off because they might have profiles that we might want to read after the scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. For that reason, some of the spectators who were former soldiers watched on coldly or sneered at the contestants. Ridiculous. Little brats flying around the sky. Which comic are these superheroes from? Soldiers from all over the world trained fiercely to protect world peace? Don't you think it's an insult to all soldiers allowing these kids with their esports to participate in the glorious Battle Standard Festival of Peace? This gauntlet tech is suspicious from the start. You know whose researchers are eating through their budget based on some paper theory?
Okay, but the spectator has a point.
It's absurd. This tech is nonsense.
No, I was just saying that like it's an offense that we're hiring child soldiers.
Oh,
like-
but that's not what the person's saying is an offense. They're saying
shit.
They're saying it's the budget and the disrespect to real soldiers because they aren't real. This is an esport.
I was like, they have a point to be like, what are these children doing here? This is outrageous.
They have a point for the wrong reasons.
Yep.
Yep. Oh, I don't know that Sea Cat Whisperer. Yeah, thanks for mentioning that. I think we'll stay safe for this session. I'll go read through the spoilers on this save by myself after, and just to make sure they're safe. Thanks for catching that. The older they were, the more they glowered. On the other hand, everyone who was still a minor was held transfixed. Just by putting something on your left arm, you could soar freely through the sky with an unstoppable power. Any child would be awed by that, and adults told them to abandon those stupid dreams and study since it was all fake. There was more than a little prejudice behind the adults' emotions. Who wouldn't want to fly freely in the sky? If the adults had been able to equip these gauntlets, they would have surely have latched onto this new tech happily. However, to use a gauntlet, you needed brains capable of performing Dresic conversion on Spiridium. And more importantly, in order to fly in the sky and use your equipment at will, you needed quite a lot of parallel processing ability. You couldn't display such talent without receiving special training and personal experience from a very young age. In other words, everyone over a certain age whose childhood had ended before the necessary technology and training had existed was automatically disqualified from being a gauntlet candidate. The young could fly freely depending on their training and aptitude, but the adults could never do it. Furthermore, the combat capability that they honed after long and arduous training was no match for the Dimension Container. You could hardly blame them for having an inferiority complex. Those who had achieved their current position after harsh training glared most coldly of all at the kids calling themselves Gauntlet Knights. damn it. What the hell am I doing babysitting e-gamer brats like this? Are you telling me each one of these ones has the same military potential as an aircraft carrier? If that's true, this planet's screwed. Okanogi, who was serving as an instructor for the aerial augmented infantry this year, bore an imposing array of medals on his chest. Each one was an honorable award, proving that he had withstood grueling training and given all he could for his nation and international peace. Well, what are other sport or video games? They bear the same burden we do. That means I just gotta whip them into shape.
Oh god, training kids through military training through video games. Oh god.
Is that contestant Koshka of the AOU? That was quite a yawn. I guess she must be feeling confident. You got 2 emails, Poyo! Captain Okanogi, Director General saw Koshka yawning just now, and he is pissed. Okanogi, it's not your job to see the health of our contestants. She's actually yawning, isn't she? Ah, you stupid equipment! Now I'm getting raked over the coals just because Chloe can't do her goddamn job right.
Does he refer to her as a child?
Equipment? What children? Do you see a children where Koshka is standing?
Yes. Your sneeze is always so fun to watch.
That's a bit weird, meow.
Are you okay? My nose is all itchy for some reason. And so is the top of my head.
Excellent sneeze. No, like, actually.
Aw, thanks.
The room was dimly lit, however the darkness covered dignified furnishings which evidenced wealth and status, reminiscent of the kings of Europe's feudal age. The ceiling was high enough to be swallowed in blackness, as if it were a realm of the gods that humans could never reach.
More LARPing.
And yet the most distinguishing feature of the room was that it was triangular, and so was the solemn-looking table standing at the center, or back here. And on all 3 sides sat the kings. They were shrouded by crowns and masks, obscuring their identities. Their hands were covered with white gloves, so you couldn't even tell their race or the color of their skin. And their voices had been altered by something like a voice changer. However, the fact that their suits were of the finest quality, and even just sitting there, their class and majesty couldn't be mistaken, left little doubt that they deserved to be called kings.
Oh god, is this Sele? Sele? I don't remember how to pronounce it anymore.
Well, we'll
yeah.
see if it's Sele. They appear to be watching the International Battle Standard Festival of Pieces, a competition between aerial augmented infantry units through their mental displays. So, tools of murder have finally risen to a level like this. It is deplorable. The masses are like babies. They ignorantly turn whatever they touch into toys. They don't even try to learn what those things are. You want to take this one? Just
Oh yeah, shall be King of Fury. All the better then. The common man's role is not to know. It is merely to obey the guidance of their king.
Thank you, Gestress. Turn off the broadcast.
As you wish. After all, mental displays can be quite tiring for the elderly.
Well, even I drew on a mental tableau of my granddaughter when she was young.
You've been blessed with a wonderful granddaughter. How gracious of her to play along with at the dawdling pace of a decrepit mind.
This girl, who at first glance might have been a secretary, teased the kings with her harsh words. However, the kings seemed to enjoy the foul tongue of this girl, who must have been even younger than their own granddaughters. Kings who rule at the top and are feared by all people rarely get taunted or made fun of. And so, their culture had long since led them to a place, an irreverent expositor in their company. This person was known as the court jester, Jestress. Her name clearly referred to a female jester. How stubborn humans are. Indeed. Even when you try to eradicate them, many survive and restore their numbers in a blink of an eye. Just like locusts.
It would seem merely trying is not enough.
Unfortunately, that's how it is. Even if you completely destroy everything, a few human seeds will remain. Noah's Ark failed because they let the craftsman on too instead of just keeping it just to Noah's family.
This time, we must surely return civilization back to square one. Even if we do, I imagine that humans will regain their civilization in just a few centuries.
But that's fine. That is fine. After all, we'll be able to put distance between them and civilization's end. Well now, Jestress.
Yes, sire?
Give us today's report. Is everything going smoothly?
Yes, sire. I've received a report from the Grand Master of the Ninth Prime Chivalric Order, your faithful servant who's far more useful than you old farts. They've succeeded in sneaking members of the Order into Ace Gauntlet Knights, units from all 4 factions.
So we have moles in all of the 4 factions among
Oh
our.
god,
our
please don't
so-
let Koshka be one. I love Koshka and Lily.
God, if it's Chloe, I'm going to laugh my ass off. If it's Chloe.
What if it's Meow? What if it's Jaden? What if it's Gunhild?
I
It could be any of them. What if it's Koshka?
Oh god, I don't want it
What if it's
to be
actually Chloe?
Jaden. I don't want him to be Jaden. He's too much of a good himbo.
What if the
Oh,
himbo is all an act and we're denied our himbo?
he did say, "Hey, I am super genius." So maybe he was like literally like, "I have given you the clues all along, meow. How could you have been fooled?"
I said I was a super genius and you didn't believe me. And your email's like,
You were just so much
God.
of a himbo. Anyway,
God, that would have been cool if like Jaden pulls a 180 on us.
we'll see what happens, right? Lot of games still left.
Oh, also, I'm betting these like kings are all just like corporate CEOs that like profit off the industrial military complex. I bet they're all just like rich CEO people that call themselves kings, but they're really just like a secret society of like rich people. That's what I'm betting on here.
That
what I'm
seems
betting here.
that seems pretty likely, but also they're talking about preventing the end of human society and killing off a lot of humans. There's a lot of stuff being said. Oh, so the battle stand for Festival
Or
Children.
profiteers,
So
though.
that's also true. We'll see where this goes.
Yeah. The 4 factions sent 6 members each for a total of 24 people.
That's a lot of characters.
If there's 1 in each group, that means 4 of our pieces have been inserted, yes.
Now we just have to wait for you 3 to finally make up your minds.
Has there been any trouble guiding public opinion in each country?
Of course not. Our talented comrades are hiding in media outlets around the world. All is in the name of guiding humanity down the right path.
Have you still not found their research center?
We still have a bait that the mighty king of ridicule granted us, but so far nothing has tugged us on the line.
What a cheap move! If we could catch them all by the tail that easily, it would be silly of us to go to all this effort in the first place.
Don't be like that. If you never gamble, you'll never win. Then we'll wait for good news without hoping for it. After all, fishing requires the patience of a king.
If there's any movement, I'll report it at once.
Sorry about that.
No worries.
Now then, gentlemen, civilization's end is drawing near. We cannot fail again. This time, we must succeed. Even if letting loose that many WMDs across the world wasn't enough. They're like locusts after all. Just,
This is our last chance, gentlemen. Our last chance to make use of God's plan and return the fate of humanity to human hands. We absolutely must not fail.
As you wish. All is in the name of guiding humanity down the right path.
in the name of guiding humanity down the right path.
So we got our secret societies, our military-industrial complex hellscape.
Our child
and-
soldiers.
Yeah, this
For-
has turned into some good conspiracy stuff that I'm kind of liking this. This is like if
It's
if
super
Metal
interesting,
Gear
right?
got a little bit depth. Yeah.
Yeah, and just also we 4 of our beloved child soldiers that we love very much are yeah.
I mean, if it turns out one of my characters I like is a mole, I can't blame them. They're kids. They're doing what their adults told them in this hellscape
No, no, no.
military-industrial complex. Yeah. Yeah.
This really is hell.
Yeah.
Somehow with more anime. And it's hard because Metal Gear's pretty anime. To my beloved Lady Jestress, these people must view the boys and girls in the aerial augmented infantry as the most interesting guinea pigs in existence. If I remain concealed here, they will surely try to contact me in some way. If anything happens, I'll report on it immediately.
So that's, I'm guessing, one of the moles.
Finally, the match between air-augmented infantry aces from all factions is about to begin. The first event is an attack on a fictional military base. They'll compete on points on many areas, including efficiency of their attack and the time taken.
Be serious when the actual match starts. Okay.
You're still getting so high as Chloe that you're cutting off.
Aw, damn it. Alright.
You gotta turn.
Lilia, Koshka, be serious when the actual match starts. Okay.
Okay, that was perfect. So as long as you can keep that up.
If you don't, I really will use my trump card. I like breaking things. If there's a plate with so many breakable things in front of me,
There's no way I wouldn't dig in. Yeah, no. All squads are in excellent condition. We can do this. I, Super Genius Jaden, guarantee it. With us Warcats and the Freaks of Grey Mold together, we're the ultimate team.
Yeah, the 6 of us are the best of comrades. Nothing can shake our bonds of trust. Friendship. Alright, let's do it!
All is in the name of guiding humanity down the right path. One message has been sent to Jestress.
All I'm thinking now is like the Mandalorian, it is the way.
It is the way.
It's the way!
Our bows are in our hands, our arrows are our hearts. We shall not falter when we shoot. Oath of the 9th Prime Chivalric Order. Oh, it's progressing.
I'm assuming that's like the world and clock, and it's like once it hits midnight, it's like the apocalypse has started. Ooh.
That's a fair assumption.
That's
I mean,
yeah, I don't know, because I remember Fujiko Mine did the same thing in one of its episodes. And I'm just thinking that's probably the same concept.
a new room has been created, Poyo. What would you like to call this room, Poyo?
What should we pick? I suck at stuff like this.
Does it matter? Just call it the Warcat room.
Okay, but what kind of room should we make it?
Just whatever, man. Go ahead and copy the data from a hotel spanking room.
Nah, that'd be boring.
they've come all the way out to Japan for this International Battle Standard Festival thing. Do you even care about being a good host? Anyway, what is it non-Japanese people want to visit in Japan?
Kyoto, obviously. They can't visit there now, even if they want to, so they'll like it, right?
You can't use Kyoto's data in Japan.
That's weird. Oh right, that's thing. Alright, every country's so strict these days. Is everything ready over there? I'm about to bring everyone over. Oh crap, we gotta hurry. Let's just do something from the hotel. Where do Japanese people like to relax after a match?
Well, when we're done with work, we take a bath, I guess.
Ah, perfect. Japanese inns always have those big public baths as their selling point, right? That'll do nicely.
Something about that seems wrong. But, okay.
I've pulled the public bath data from from our hotel's website.
Got it. So, something like this?
Meow manipulated several things on his mental tablet, and the Dark World instantly became the public bath of the hotel where the AOU Japan athletes were staying. There's an open-air bath on the outside and a sauna on the inside. A splendid example of a Japanese-style public bath. Personally, Meow felt it would be really weird to have a post-match celebration in a public bath. However, Jaden said this was so much more Japanese, so he gave in reluctantly. Is the room ready? Yeah, we're deep into the sci-fis, Will Baron. We have mental displays and the VR and all sorts of things.
Can you give me a moment? I gotta text something.
Okay, no problem. I'll just mute myself and have a little bite of something to eat then. It is a bit hard to follow Wheel, though Muska's right, and but it's also, that sort of sentiment's very similar to reality, where we kind of are already pretty much cyberpunk dystopia, but less so than this, but it's like, it doesn't feel, well, it feels like it, but it's like, it doesn't look like it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you ready to go back again, Jupiter? I guess we'll wait for Jupiter just a bit more.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yep,
I'm back.
I can hear
Nice,
you,
sweet.
and you sound good. And
Alright, sweet. Okay, random it is then.
all right. Room name: It's a Wrap Public Bath. Roger that, Poyo. You've created It's a Wrap Public Bath, Poyo. What's up with that name?
A better one!
Ooh, that's incredible. You made it the bath at our hotel, huh? Too bad I'm my avatar and can't take my clothes off. I mean, you could just put on a naked mod. Oh, amazing. If you put your foot in the bath, you can actually feel the hot water.
I'd figured there'd be no point making it a bath if you didn't reproduce it with at least that much detail.
Someone wants to enter the room, Poyo. Will you give them access, Poyo? Ah, everyone's here. Meow, please give them access.
Sure.
When Meow gave them access, the enemies that had just been fighting to the death against appeared one by one near the bath. Thanks for coming, everyone. Please relax. They really came.
I mean, I'm still not sure about this. If those COU guys ask who the Glass Sea belongs to, what should we do? I'd rather not start a deathmatch when the competition's already over.
Same here. One moment I start saying the Atlantis Spirit Field is on the high seas, so the ACR can't keep it all for themselves, and next we're kicking off World War IV. I'm Ling Ji of the COU China, captain of the Baibao squad. I thank you for inviting me here.
How shameless to uphold a party in a public bath. As I suspected, the people of AOU Japan have lost their Japanese soul.
Oh, who knows, maybe she'll change the nude avatar to match the scene.
How shameless can one be? Princess, you need not remain in this undignified room a second longer.
Too, it would be undignified to enter a bathhouse with a clothed avatar. Oh, but didn't I have a bath towel avatar?
Princess, you mustn't. Oh.
Thanks for the invitation. I'm Aisha from COU Indonesia. This red-faced weirdo is Momotake from COU Japan.
I think I'm her?
You voiced her, but I'm just saying, this is gonna get difficult remembering who did what and what the voices were like, because we got introduced to 24 characters, without including the adults and the weirdos.
Oh, God. Alright, I got this. I'm Shujatha of COU India, captain of Suparna squad.
Suparna, yeah.
Suparna squad.
You also.
I'm
Yeah, sorry.
Rukushana from COU Saudi Arabia.
Hey, Wheelbarron's gonna get the character reintroduction. I'm Andre, Suparna's peacemaker. Hey there, woo! Oh, I'm from CU Madagascar. Raised I'm close with that guy and gal, but a bunch of stuff happened and I'm in the CU's faction. Nice to meet you.
Perhaps we should avoid the topic of the Mozambique channel
Mozambique,
dispute today.
but,
The Mozambique channel dispute today. I cannot say words.
It's okay, my pronunciation wasn't even fully correct either. Words are hard. Please forgive us if we mess things up.
I'm Ruthabao, leader of Squad 601 from ACR South Africa.
I'm Meshach from ACR Algeria, serving as Princess Rethabil's caretaker and guard.
And I'm Abdo from ACR Senegal. If you notice anything strange about the princess, whisper to us instead of telling her directly. Too much honesty can be painful after all.
There's nothing here. I didn't even spill any sauce or breadcrumbs today. You ought to praise me.
Princess Ruthabiel is a member of the African royal family. I never thought I'd see a... Oh, yeah, you're...
I never thought I'd see a princess in this day and age.
Why does his pants look like that on the far right? When we get back to him, we'll take a look.
I'm Nor of the ACR 1st Aerial Knight Corps. The Cairo Memorial Squad. I'm from ACR Egypt. This cool, mysterious girl is Mariana from ACR Angola.
Don't touch me so casually. I'm Mariana. This fluffy little cutie is Gannett from ACR Ethiopia. Don't run away. Stop petting my head. Stop. Only Big Sis Noor gets to pet me.
Okay, I don't know if this is as in-depth commentary as it is, but like, because I know this cat girl character's black, and like, the one non-black girl keeps touching her hair, and I know that's the actual thing that like, black people have to deal with people like walking up to you and touching their hair. So is she literally like being like, no, I only trust the other non-black person to pet my hair, but I don't want you to pet my hair? Is this some actual kind of implied commentary? Who knows? But because it's an actual thing that does happen.
Yeah,
like,
I like, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Rikishi probably didn't think of that, honestly.
Yeah, because I know it's also a thing in like Japan where like some like when black people come to Japan, like some like Japanese people just walk up to them and touch their hair, and I know that's a thing. So I wonder if
Maybe
he's like aware of that or like is commenting on that. Who knows?
Don't touch me, Noor. Don't run away, Gannett.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Oh my god. Those three are so Yuri.
Yuri is love's purest form. Neither countries nor factions nor continents can stand in its way. We're ABN's 12th Holy Agent Corps, Yeladat Shevit.
The three of us will
Show you humanity's greatest miracle.
show you humanity's greatest miracle of harmony.
Their particular brand of excitement left the straight-laced UU stunned, as well as Meow and those from the AOU.
Oh goodness.
The Wheel of Baron. They're also in charge of the PR for the kids. Basically, they do pop idol stuff too. Leia's from ABN Israel, Fatma's from ABN Turkey, and Stefania is from ABN Romania. I'm Stanislav from ABN Poland, part of ABN Peace Department's Holy 901st Aerial Augmented Infantry Squad. Dalatat Suyev. And also, interesting note, like, Yukishi did decide to, like, include characters from all over the world, because, like, after Umineko kind of blew up, he knows, like, there's a lot of readers all across the world, so he wanted to do something around that.
Yeah, there's a lot of like black characters in here, which is there's more than I expected for an anime, let alone a visual novel.
Yeah. Though some of them might not get so much play in this phase, though some of them do. Pleased to meet you. I'm Naomi. I thought you took Naomi, actually. Jupiter?
Oh, am I doing Naomi?
Yeah,
Yes.
I think
Sorry,
so.
I just
There's a lot of characters. It's hard to keep track of.
I'm like trying to be like, okay, how do I distinguish from my female voices? Because I think I only have got 3 voices here.
I have one voice. I have one voice,
Yes.
Jupiter.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Naomi from ABN France. And Naima? Stop being embarrassing and greet everyone. Wowie wow. I'm so sorry. I went so wild in the match just now.
It's we'll just take a second because things gonna come up for Jupiter, and so yeah, everyone in chat's still doing fine. And... yeah, the fun time voice acting. I'm not sure when this will get an anime adaptation because like Higarashi's just got go. Umineko didn't get its second part anime, and the first part was adapted very poorly. And there's probably a bunch of other works of Rikishi's, like Higambana, like just animating Phase 1. Yeah, especially considering Rikishi's gonna rewrite Phase 2 completely because Phase 1 hit too close to home in 2020, and Phase 2 is only happening after the pandemic's over. Yeah, it's super great. See Cat Whisper.
Alrighty.
Sorry, I had to look for a credit card.
No problem.
Yeah.
Like
All right,
also.
I'll start from the top with Naima.
Okay.
All right, this is gonna be my hardest voice ever, but let's see if I can pull it off.
Alright.
Wowie, wowie. I'm so sorry. I went so wild in the match just now. Please forgive me, everyone.
So some of you might have noticed, Jupiter's actually an aspiring voice actor. That's why her voice acting is so good.
Hey, this is some pretty good practice to up my voice range.
No, it is I who must apologize. I judged you by your appearance and underestimated you.
You there, Naima. Manners dictate that a champion acts like a champion in front of the losers. Hold your head up high so that the losers may speak proudly of the one who defeated them when they return home.
I know, but I want to find a hole to crawl into. Wowie, wowie, wow.
God, relatable mood.
Very relatable mood. 6-year-old child with your, filled with drugs brain. You're far too self-deprecating. We don't want you to lose sleep from self-hatred again. Naomi?
I'll give her a tiny bit of anti-anxiety meds.
Oh God, this is a drugged up child.
This is one drugged up child. They do not want to deal with her.
Wow, 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 wow. How do you like that? Wow, 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 wow. Naima, the Invincible Girl, is the strongest in the world. Wow.
Wow, indeed. And I'm the beautiful fairy girl from AU Finland, Lilia Meow. This lame hick is Koshka from AU Russia.
Shut up. I wouldn't mind letting Liz right here, right now.
Bzzz. You do not have permission to engage in combat in this room, Poyo.
Figures. That's no fun. Sorry, relate! I'm Chloe from AU Canada, a member of Grave Mole. I got the room name wrong and had trouble getting in.
She tried to get into It's a Rap, Public Lust. Hilarious, Meow. How does that even...
But that Kizuna converted the words into text. It was just a minor conversion bug. Please don't judge me. I'm not horny on Maine, I swear.
Definitely not horny on maid. Oh my, that means you must use the word lust a lot. Jupiter, I am amazed by your ability to consistently go so high on Chloe that your voice does not actually register to the mic.
God. Wait, did that not catch it?
That did not catch it.
Damn it.
That's not true.
It's a bit of Japanese magic, huh? In Japanese, bathhouse and lust are both pronounced yokojo, and it just got converted the wrong way.
Personally, I think that lust version would have worked too.
Oh no, actual horny on main.
God damn it, these two.
It's a bunch of boys and girls in a public bath, after all. Too bad we're all using avatars. Then why don't we just meet up offline right now? In proper attire for a bathhouse, of course.
Stop that, rookie! Don't turn red because someone said love.
It's a rap, public lust, huh? Yeek! That means those machos from the ACR, right? You mean Ishak and Abdo's black bodies intertwined? Nah, he's gotta be wrapped around Stanislaw. You can call me Stan.
Grunkle Stan. This is giving me a headache. She's like, this is too horny for me. What a vulgar bunch. That's right. Too many aloes in this space.
Too many aloes.
Would you care for some headache medicine? I can send you the best preparation data.
Princess, let us depart at once. This place is entirely unsuitable for one such as you. Is everyone in Suyu, Japan a samurai with a top knot these days?
No, Momotake is just like that for some reason. Very into this LARPing thing. It's strange, he didn't just start out that way.
Wee wow! This bath feels nice. Going into a bath in your clothes would be weird, so I'll go look for an avatar without them.
Oh no.
Hold on. A maiden's skin mustn't be exposed for anyone but her fated partner. Hey, someone from the ABN.
Stop her! This looks fun. So I'll send Naima some body data for a naked avatar.
Oh god, she's just chaos.
Should I send them
No.
super flat lolly or a short stack? Oh no. Oh no, they're the worst. The problem
Oh,
children.
no.
Big sis Newer, let me hug you.
Oh, hey, I told you to stop being so clingy. And all I wanted to do was hug Mariana.
Hands off, Newer. I just want to pluff it. As I thought, even though our countries are different, we can be friends if we gather together like this. Yes, because this is different. To be honest,
So anime, god.
Yeah, it's so anime. Want to gather together to cross faction lines. However, once you stepped outside of your faction, it opened up the possibility for all kinds of touchy subjects like border disputes and historical issues. They were used to this era, so they were fully aware that all sides had things they wanted to say. And they were more than a little afraid of encountering the kind of fierce debates you saw on social networking sites. However, when they finally met, not a single person said anything like that out loud. In truth, before coming here, some of them had been eager to question their political opponents on various issues, arguing them down. The AOU and CU had the Central Glass Sea of Japan border dispute. CU and ABN had the Kashmir dispute. Still with Kashmir, even to this day, in the
Oh
future.
goodness. Oh goodness.
Spirit-filled joint development dispute. The ABN and ACR had dispute over the ABN occupying forces based in the North African continent. The ACR and AOU had the Atlantis Spirit-field dispute. And then there was the issue of AOU Russia interfering with ABN Ukraine, and CU Madagascar and ACR Mozambique's conflict over the Mozambique Channel. It might be confusing with all those initials, but simply put, every faction always had some other issue with every other faction. Even though soldiers around the world were supposedly warriors of peace who held up the walls of peace together, everyone had been a bit unsure whether they'd really be able to get along if they interacted directly. However, when they actually met, it was like this. Everyone thought the same thing in their hearts. There might be a lot of problems in the world. There's no helping it. National borders don't just divide worlds into countries, but into sets of principles and opinions as well. Borders aren't evil. They're like walls of a water tank. Land animals live on one side, and water animals live on the other. If you lose your national borders, then you lose the walls of the tank. All the land animals will drown, and the ocean animals will lose their water and die. In the first place, it's arrogant to assume that all life should live the same way. You have to admit that even human lives in different cultures with different lifestyles and different ecosystems. So if national borders are necessary, you must admit the principles and opinions can be different when you cross these borders. Just leave the argument about such issues to diplomats and internet patriots.
Narrator definitely does have a bias.
Narrator definitely does have a bias.
Unreliable narrator, I'm calling it soon.
All of these people...
Oh, sorry, I was just gonna say, I'm waiting for the final twist of who this narrator is or something.
Considering, have you been keeping up with the 80% relatable Umineko playthrough?
Kind of. I only got to, like, I think the first episode, and then I haven't gotten to the second one yet, so...
Yeah.
But I kind of know how Higurashi no Naku Koro ni kind of runs. So
You might have noticed in both of those that their narrators also seem to be biased, but it might take a while before you get any information on the narration.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yet today in this place, they were all friends who had worked hard to become Gauntlet Knights for the sake of peace, or at least because of their fascination with the sky. After a meeting like this, they were all able to think that, hey, who here uses Kizuna? Everyone raised their hands. Kizuna was a free communication tool developed by a Japanese business. Its main function was conversation translation. Countless similar programs competed for market share, and in the end, Kizuna had been declared the winner. The Japanese company that made it was just a small collection of young people, so small they'd be conceited to even call themselves a company. At first, its capabilities and all other aspects of it were nowhere near as efficient as those produced by massive corporations around the world. Furthermore, tools like this made people react like imprinting chinks, in that they tended to always use the first tool they installed and were used to. That was why massive corporations created several tools aimed at youngsters. However, in the end, those youngsters turned their backs on all those tools. Of course, the young wouldn't be swayed by the features pushed on the old people, resting on their laurels while scheming to gain economic advantage. They had always had ATM type features, greedy service contracts with cancellation fees, and so on. In the end, those convenient features always came at the cost of being dragged into some paid service or else having your data collected. The usual malicious things adults do. In that environment, the simple tool called Kizuna spread by word of mouth to more and more young people everywhere. The circle of youngsters wanted to support it spread across the world, and young engineers from all over the planet cultivated it. In this way, the tool youngsters used to translate conversations Kizuna was created solely by the young. It was passed all around by young people all over the world, and now it had the greatest usage rates everywhere, at least among the young. The massive corporations realized their mistake and tried to buy up Kizuna, but the tool created by the young, and for the young, never fell into the hands of greedy adults. To this very day, Kizuna helps translate conversations between young people who speak different languages. Even now, young people around the world continue to strengthen its translation and dictionary capabilities, making it capable of translating even modern slang. As can be seen here, people from dozens of countries were speaking frantically in their native languages, but it was all being automatically and quite smoothly translated by the Kizuna apps each of them had installed. No one had any problems communicating. Long ago were the days where language was a barrier to forming friendships. Of course, it could do more than just translate. It also had a familiar chat feature, a mini blog feature, and the ability to upload photos for self-satisfaction or to brag, and much more. In short, it used a mental tablet and a mental display to directly do the things old humanity had used smartphones for. And that all happened inside the person's head, so outsiders couldn't see what they were doing. No one could tell if they had activated it during class. When adults activated it, it took all their concentration so they couldn't use it well. However, kids of the new generation were used to background operation. People in the generations that did their homework while watching TV might remember their parents telling them to turn the TV off, since they wouldn't be able to concentrate. However, even at the time, they could watch TV, listen to music, and do their homework while simultaneously testing on their smartphones. Yeah, any piece of tech directly connected to your consciousness is, yeah. But on the other hand, we see, the mental tablet's weird, but we see a lot of prosthetics that function through brainwaves or active machinery through that. And it's super useful for a bunch of people with disabilities and other conditions, and
yeah. I think, in the case, the ethics is basically, are corporations taking advantage of disabled people? If they're, in terms of, is the actual ethics, I think, the tech company and not the actual tech itself, definitely, though. Because, again, this is a capitalist hellscape.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But, yes, there's nothing wrong, honestly, with, augmenting yourself, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
However, even at the time, they could do, yeah. The kids these days were very proficient at the sort of parallel processing, which allowed them to do many tasks at once. Once they reached a certain skill level, kids like this were called parallel processors, and their ability was measured in units of parallel processor power, or P3. This sort of ability couldn't be mastered unless they received special training before a certain age. Not only that, talent necessary for using high-tech weapons like gauntlets, but it was thought to be likely requirements for unknown technologies that might come into existence in the future. For that reason, In countless countries across the world, parallel thinking training from a young age was made mandatory as a matter of national policy. This was the first generation. The people here represented those with the highest parallel processing power from several countries. And so it was normal for them to communicate through Kizuna even while on the job. Technically, they were forbidden from playing with tools like that so they could concentrate on the work, but, well, you can tell someone was using a tool inside their brain just by looking at them. On top of that, they were so talented parallel processors, so using Kizuna on the side didn't distract them at all. I dream potato and my mind uses brain to purchase my door that boarding. Have you ever had a conversation with another human being and then just got an ads about a thing you were talking about right afterwards?
Oh, that'd be hilarious if there's like pop-up ads during the middle of like a augmentation, like, you know, mind chat.
No, it already happens.
Oh God. Yeah.
On contrary, they preferred youth trying the easy-to-use Kizuna to the inflexible military communication tools that had been built for adult reasons, and they often chatted with Kizuna during missions. The mouse pad is Sonic and his cheeks are the cushions. Yeah, it's
Oh goodness.
What? Your turn?
Wait, so we're all using Kizuna? I thought each country had its own tool.
Kizuna is convenient. Stickers and icons are really cute. So cute, boyo. Kira.
I use Kiroboro stickers and stuff too. They're so cute. Wowie.
I'm Kira, the Audi Frog, boyo. My hobbies are sleeping, eating, and dancing, Poyo. If you have any questions about Kizuna features, ask me whenever you like, Poyo. If you ask how to delete me, I'll send all the pictures you stored in your mental my pics to your friends, Poyo. I use the hottie icons.
Well, when the girls are using tool, we guys have to use it too.
Wow, actually the horny on main.
The tools from our country are all so stuffy.
The tools in the ABN have no spark to them, so they aren't too popular.
I really should be using a tool for my country, but this is so easy and convenient that I keep using it. I don't really care which tool I use, but everyone around me here uses Kizuna, so I reluctantly give in.
I used to use something else, but I switched over because everyone I knew used Kizuna. Kizuna has so many free games. I make my friends just to get hearts on Wanyadora.
Me too.
Oh no, they just make friends to get like units in gacha games.
No goodness.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you wanna Dora? Hey, who's your main?
This was still you, I think?
Yeah, you can do it though.
No, it's yeah.
I use an ultra rare Waynianus I built up into a counter stop.
We got ourselves an addict.
I'll send you your reinforcements, so tell me your ID.
The rules forbid it, but the princess likes Kizuna too.
So basically everyone else uses it, so you want to use it too. And that's how it spreads across the world. My. It's as though Kizuna or interpersonal bonds have tied friends from around the world together. What a wonderful thing. You say that, but you still have that ad blocker installed, don't you? Everybody around him raised their hands at once and burst out laughing. So many.
Did that get me?
Did that get you at all? It's always Chloe.
I'm the only one who doesn't have one?
Someone tell me where I can find a good app.
If you don't mind using one from the ABN, I can link you to a download site.
Nice. By the way, since we're all here, why don't we send each other friend requests?
Sounds good. There's no rule saying. There's no rule saying you can't friend someone from another faction, right?
There is, but interactions in Kitsuna are practically unregulated. Now that sounds interesting. Sure. I'll grant the people from other factions the honor of friending super genius Jaden.
Wanna make a friend request? Lieutenant Lingji?
I would be happy to accept Lieutenant Meow, ace from the AOU.
You can just call me Meow.
Then please call me Lingji.
You're quite the ace yourself, Lingji. Let's fight again sometime.
I'd also like to try joining forces and fighting against an AI opponent. Everyone started exchanging friend requests to the people closest to them. Peace and harmony. Hard to think of a better phrase to describe it. It would have felt extremely strange to enter the waters itself with clothed after, so people formed groups here and there, dipping their feet in like it was a footbath and chatting happily. However, the open air bath was unsurprisingly the most popular spot. This place had an ocean view that was absolutely beautiful. Thanks to the luminous 8ms, the fantastic blue of the vast glass sea could be seen even in the darkness. However, its beauty was hollow, and it made everyone feel a bit sentimental. The site of this year's festival, the Gifu Prefecture of AU, Japan, didn't originally have a view of the sea. The sea they were looking at wasn't filled with salt water, but with earth that had all been melted to glass after experiencing unimaginable heat. During World War III, Japan had been hit by a single solar warhead. Everything in the vast area stretching from central Gifu to Osaka had been evaporated. All of it melted, hardened, and turned into a desolate ocean of glass. That one strike had split the Japanese archipelago in half. It was fantastic.
2 factions.
There's 2 Japans.
Yep.
It was fantastical, beautiful, and also the scars from a fearsome war where masses of people had instantly evaporated. However, what's truly interesting is that no one present here knew who had created this glass sea. On the contrary, they didn't even know which countries had fought which in World War III or what had started it. They didn't even know the details of how it resolved itself in the end. Of course, you can find this information by searching for it on the net. After all, memories from World War III had been sealed off from the entire world.
Oh.
Why did humanity choose not to learn from its mistakes? Probably because we finally realized that our foolishness makes learning pointless.
There are as many histories as there are people who tell it. Eventually, individual histories will contradict each other, providing fuel for new fires. Just forgetting everything is better than giving rise to new hatred. In the B3W era, intense historical research into wars had taken place across the planet, ostensibly to prevent war from repeating again. However, in the end, humans are only capable of interpreting history in ways that suit themselves. As a result, recorded history began to change depending on each person's country and faction's needs. A long time later, these histories began to bump into each other and everybody started criticizing everyone else. In short, the research that was supposed to stop war from repeating became the fuel for new wars. And so, when on the brink of its extinction, humanity picked a certain option for the first time. It decided not to write down the history of the war. What countries fought in World War III for what reason, and how did they destroy the world? All of that information was carefully sealed. All this generation knew was that World War III had happened, and that humanity had almost gone extinct.
What if World War III never actually happened? What if it's all just a big lie?
What if it is all just a big lie? How do you make a lie that big?
Okay, I'm calling it aliens. It was aliens
Okay, aliens, got
that
it.
dropped the bomb.
Aliens that dropped the bomb.
God.
Okay, so leading theory, aliens. But why? What was the alien motivation?
Capitalism, that's why I'm joking.
But they only made capitalism stronger, tragic.
Yep.
They only knew that as a result of the world, many places throughout the world had been scarred so badly that even the topography had been changed.
These days, we don't even know what World War III was or why it happened.
Do you want to know?
At this point, there's no need to know.
Yeah. After all, if we did know, everything here might not be able to get along. Wow.
Well, even if I found it right now, I wouldn't let it bother me.
Yeah. I agree. Even if our countries were going at it, that has nothing to do with the people here now.
My America and Meow's Japan fought all out in World War II, but that doesn't stand in the way of our friendship. Meow and Jaden high-fived in a way that showed they were men who knew each other very well.
Hell yeah.
My country had a war with America too, but I just want to be friends with Jaden. Wow.
Well, me too. I have no desire to cruelly demand that Meow apologize for the Sino-Japanese War. Oof!
Oh no! Oh no!
Oof!
Oof! Oof! It's
So-
interesting that there is no Korea character, huh?
Yeah, they would probably be under CU or AOU, but maybe there's more characters that'll appear later, and maybe we'll have to voice like
Maybe.
70.
Fuck, maybe there's more imperialism than meets the eye, I betcha.
Maybe. Do you know how many? Like African countries and European countries and like South American countries that we've like missed?
Yeah, I know. I'm just like, why is there a monarchy in this like African nation still?
Why is
In South Africa.
Why is Africa a Commonwealth realm?
Yeah. Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah. Though to be fair,
Oh yeah.
all of those wars were brutal in like different ways. We're just saying oof to this one in particular because it's something Japan keeps denying any part of.
Yeah, there's a history behind that country not coming to terms with its own imperialism. Ooh.
Though Americans still justify the nuclear bombings in Japan, and they still justify
Which is shitty.
the stuff they did in
which is
Iraq,
shitty.
right? So
Shitty. It's
So
all shitty.
it's all
We're just
shitty?
saying.
yeah,
Yeah. This game I think has like a clear bias about trying to downplay war crimes. Clearly.
we hadn't even been born yet.
Indeed.
I mean, it shouldn't
The-
but it's also like it shouldn't affect how you treat like new generation, right? Like this far after. They're talking about events in the same way we talk about events from a long while ago, right?
Well, also, they're clearly in a society that is clearly trying to
Yeah,
control
they-
information flow, so they really probably don't even understand the con. And again, this is
Yeah,
military propaganda.
we talked earlier about how their view of military as a tool for peace and like a necessary nutrient.
I would not be surprised that they are clearly trying to erase the clear effects of actual war, and they're just like, oh no, war is bad, but it's necessary, but not even get into the complex situations like the industrial war complex and how it affects the economy and capitalism and imperialism. I bet you they don't even talk about that.
Yeah, the real
in
Commonwealth's a
this
bit
world
different
building.
because realm implies a sovereign, and Brotherbeel's been referenced as a princess. That's more the
Yeah.
part I was getting in Moscow. But
A princess
yeah.
in South Africa too.
Yeah, there have been South American characters, Mary Carmen and what was her name again?
Mary Carmen's from Mexico, so that's technically still North America.
Mary Carmen was from Mexico. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, and then
yeah.
Valentina was from Brazil.
Okay,
So
Valentina was
that's
from Brazil.
South Africa.
Yeah.
Or South America.
Yeah. So their faction, there's probably more characters from South American countries because Lado covers Mexico as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed. The friendships of the people.
Oh,
Sorry.
goodness. Did you even read that?
Yeah, I brought it back.
Indeed. The friendships of the people here shouldn't be affected by things like countries, histories, or the past.
And that's why, as we look at this glacis, there's just one thing we all need to remember.
One thing?
If people all over the world became friends, a terrifying ocean like this will never appear again.
Then destroy all borders. Goodness gracious. I'm joking.
Currently, historical research of World War III was only acceptable as an exception among exceptions inside special research institutions. Even trying to learn about it was a crime. In recent years, even investigating the region of AU Japan that had been evaporated by a solar warhead had been added to this taboo. So pictures and even old maps of Japan's beloved and beautiful ancient capital, Kyoto, had been banned. Eventually, the simple fact that a beautiful city called Kyoto had existed would probably fade from memory. If that was necessary sacrifice to prevent another war, then just how horrible is war? And how horrible are humans who can't help but push towards war? Japan and America, which fought in World War II, did develop a strong friendship following the war. However, some have argued this was simply because the relationship was necessary in the Cold War that followed. In the end, as long as countries led people by the nose, it may be fair to say that everything happened for the convenience of those countries, regardless of whether people ended up hating each other or becoming friends. As for this fantastical blue, beautiful glass sea, everyone had chosen to ignore the fact that crowds of people had evaporated and died here in an instant. Maybe they had finally accepted that humans are creatures who aren't creatures who can learn, but creatures who hate each other and long for war.
Okay, I'm just trying to imagine like what a glass sea implies, because that must be such a like hot area that I don't understand why it's so close. Because glass absorbs infrared light, so that place must be really like Death Valley levels of heat hot. I'm assuming.
It reflects all the light back, other than the infrared stuff, though. But there'd be a heat haze all over it, right? It would reflect the blue design, and essentially everything would be warped in a pattern that almost looked like waves, right?
Yeah.
So it was refracting it at multiple angles.
Yeah, I feel like that would be like a dangerous area to like be near then. All right.
But if they
listen, everyone.
They mentioned the 8MS, the luminous 8MS, allowed for visibility even during night across the entire glass sea. So what are these 8MS? Because we've heard references to anti-G 8MS as well.
Ah, okay.
Meow shook his head slightly, regaining his bright expression, then stood up and spoke to everyone. Oddly, despite how many people were here, they all had the same look on their faces.
You know, we may be from different countries and different factions. And who knows how this world is going to turn out.
But no matter how much time passes, and no matter what happens, I'd like for us to be friends. Ling Ji felt exactly the same, and so did everyone else. They looked at each other and nodded.
I agree. We're all friends supporting the walls of peace together.
Someday we may meet again as enemies. But still.
We're still be friends.
Okay, it came out this at the end.
Indeed. Oh goodness, give me a moment.
No
It's
problem.
getting wonky here. Got it. There is great difference between opposing each other with hatred and doing so with friendship and respect despite our differing faction.
In the first place, our sole mission is to give those old politicians time to cool their heads and resolve disputes. Yeah, meow. I don't want to start killing each other because some old person orders to be a meow meow.
That's right, Ruki. We aren't the adult pawns.
Exactly. There's no need for us to kill each other. We just have to buy time so those old people can chill their boiling heads. That's not to say something a soldier should even say. We're comrades supporting the walls of peace before we're soldiers. That's right. We didn't come here because we want to start a war. We are here because war's no joke. Even if there's war, we should resolve it with matches and games like today. By now, everyone had the same feeling, the same words on the tips of their tongues. Meow, the one who'd brought up this subject, spoke those words aloud before anyone else.
No matter what the world, what those asshole adults say, we definitely won't kill each other. So, you don't think that would be impossible? While still carrying out our duties as soldiers?
If your shield breaks, you should surrender willingly and retreat. And you should never chase after people when they do that. Wow,
Let's try to make war humane. That will work. We will make things war crimes.
Totally. I have an idea, a way to stop war. We stop doing war crimes. Brilliant idea. Oh, yeah, I do him. After all, our left arms are so vulnerable. They can't afford to let us get shot down needlessly.
That's right. Even the IPMA says you can't find an enemy who's lost the will to fight.
Does that apply to those of us present? It does, right?
It doesn't, is what you say.
Oh, it doesn't, right?
My friends are all my friends.
Let's have our friends and everyone else's friends all be friends. At this moment, all the Gauntlet Knights in the world just became friends. I'll make my friend list visible to all of you. I second that. I'll make my whole friends list visible too. Oof.
I don't have any friends.
Then start packing your friends list today. You'll have so many Wanadora hearts, you won't know what to do with them.
Oh,
The allure of the gacha.
okay then.
Of course, just sending a friend request didn't automatically make them best buddies. They were probably doing it partly out of politeness, sort of like exchanging business cards. And anyway, what did it really mean to send a friend request to someone from a different country, whose face you've never seen? However, even if it was just a formality, at this moment, all the young Gauntlet Knights who wielded the cutting edge of the world's military might were joined by bonds of friendship. So instead of the Oh, sorry, yeah, it's you.
Oh, yes. So instead of the team tennis court oath, so instead of the tennis court oath, it's a public bath oath.
Oh, then let's make an oath just like Jacques Louis David's famous painting. We are friends and allies supporting the walls of peace. We will never hurt our friends. As everyone took an oath making pose of their own choosing, they swore to hold true to the same sentiment.
Friends.
Uh...
Oh no.
Actually, do you want to take this one just so you can do the range?
Oh yeah, sure. What's so funny? Who are you calling friends? You say you'll never kill each other when that's all your job is. What's so funny? What's so funny? You're the one who's going to be doing the killing. You are. I'm going to kill? Who? Right over there. I am sending Wanador hearts to Koshka. Koshka is gapping at how many hearts she's received. Across from us, Lingji is installing Wanadora with Mio's referral ID. Take those two and you're happily chatting with right now. Koshka? Lingji? What about them? You're going to kill them. You are. By your own hands. Why? Why would I kill my comrades? Like Koshka. Lingji. Did you forget? To kill, to destroy? That's the sole reason you were created in the first place. I don't understand. Who even are you? Why do you look like me? am you. I'm one of the many yous inside you.
Damn, this is anime.
And because I know the horrifying reason you were created, I've come to put a stop to it as your inner conscience. What are you talking about? I don't get it. You are an object worthy of hatred. You were created for the sole purpose of killing and destroying. Any other actions you take are merely steps along the path to achieving your final goal. I'll say it again. You're a cursed creature, created only to kill and destroy. Are you kidding me? Don't decide that on your own. I'm Mitake Meow. I always have and always will live by my own willpower. So I was created to kill and destroy, huh? I don't know what you're talking about. No one ever ordered me to do something like that. Even if they did, like hell I'd obey them. And Jet, you already are a Gauntlet Knight. So what? Gauntlet Knights are individuals with the firepower of a warship, the ultimate cutting edge of military might. You're steadily preparing for your goal of death and destruction. That's not why I became a Gauntlet Knight. I just wanted to fly. That's why I made it to my goal to become one. Well, it's true that I was able to choose the path because Dad made me undergo parallel processor training ever since I was a baby, but let me tell you about your future. You're going to kill that girl called Kushka and that girl called Lingji, with whom you've been chatting so happily. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you say, idiot! I won't kill them. We just swore we wouldn't. And it's not just those two. I definitely won't kill anyone here, or any of their friends I haven't met yet. I'm not the only one who swore. We all did. All of us! All of us! No, they'll kill each other too. This playing at friendship is meaningless, worthless, and every single one of you will kill each other. Shut up. Shut up. This is a future you'll definitely reach, and fixed event you'll definitely carry out. Take that girl there, Lingji, whom I just said you'd kill. I can even tell you how you'll kill her. It'll be a close-range, face-to-face aerial fight. You'll shatter Lingji's head with a punch backed by a force field. In the back of my mind appeared the image of my first smashing through Lingji's head in an aerial battle. Quit screwing with me. This is an illusion. And even if I did pill Lingji into a close-range aerial fight in an actual battle, she's an incredibly talented ace. At the Battle Standard Festival, I was made painfully aware of her skill. Of course she wouldn't even let each other get that close so easily. You'd think I'd hit Lingji with my fist in a close-range battle? Who do you think we are? You'd underestimate Lingji too much. If I launch an attack that sluggish, she'd just raise her shield and send me flying away, increasing the distance between us. Under normal circumstances, yes. I think you'd do that, and so she... I'd think you'd do that, and so she would. But it won't be impossible. It won't be possible. Not for her to knock you away with her shield. After all, unfortunately for her, she won't be able to use her shield then. So your fist will continue on and crush her skull. Her rejection shield will malfunction? That's the worst sort of malfunction a gauntlet could have. No, it won't malfunction. You will kill her. That plotline will simply be carried out. I will kill Lingji. And not just her. I'll tell you how you'll kill Koshka. Koshka will be swallowed up by a swarm of those guided missiles you love, and the Sharpnel will tear her whole...
Sorry.
I don't know words.
It's okay, I don't know words either.
Oh god.
Also, this scene's a thing.
Yeah. Will tear her whole body apart until she dies. This time I saw Koshka plummeting downwards, surrounded by sparks and blood pouring from all over her body. Even you and your partner, Jaden, will fight fiercely to the death. Same with the others, all of them fiercely exchanging fire over and over, killing each other. A future image flew through my head, unstoppable of all those friends who had just sworn their friendship. Blood splattered and tears dripping down as they killed each other. That kid's gonna die too. And that one, and him, and her. Every one of them will die. They'll kill each other and be killed. Stop it! Stop showing me these crazy illusions! No, these aren't illusions. You might call them memories from a guaranteed future. You exist, therefore this future must happen. Because I exist? I exist so everyone's gonna die? I'm gonna kill them? No, I don't want to kill anyone. I want to be friends with everyone forever. You want to protect this world of friendship, where interpersonal bonds will join all of you together? Of course! I'll protect it! I'll protect friendship and peace throughout the world. That's why I became a Gauntlet Knight. Well, oh goodness.
Sorry.
Well, this is just one way to protect this world. Tell me, don't leave me hanging! I want a world where we've never become enemies. It's very easy. Just will yourself to disappear. If you do, no one will suffer or be sad. Is the world gonna break because I exist? What in the world am I? Oh, I'll tell you what you really are. What I really am? I'm Mitake Meow, a Gauntlet Knight of the Aerial Augmented Infantry Unit WorkCat from AOU Japan. That's just your backstory. After all, you're just a program built for destruction, which was given the name Mitake Meow. What is reality? What is real? Are we a simulation? Who knows? Are we going into surreal experiments lane, basically?
Who knows? So that was a good scene, right?
Goodness gracious.
So how do you feel about having to kill everyone else?
I'm imagining that Meow is just like dissociating while everyone's chatting, during this entire scene, and Jaden's like, "Hey, what's up, buddy?" And he's just like, he's so dissociative that he just does not respond. He's just staring out.
staring at the glass sea.
He's like, "Oh no, it's happening again, Gunhilda, happening again."
Use the drugs.
Oh god, they're like, "Quick, inject the serotonin into him."
It's okay,
Alright.
Wheel. I think Jupiter's also is the confusion.
I am so confused. I guess he's got maybe dissociative identity.
Interesting guess. Poyo, Kira. Someone wants to enter the room, Poyo. Will you give them access, Poyo?
Whoa, who is it?
Ah, they're finally here. It's those big sisters from the Lado military who left for us today. Oh, we finally made it in. I told you had to be a text conversion screw up.
Japanese is hard. This is clearly a structural flaw in the Kazuna translator.
So, you two also ended up with its rap public list.
Well, my country's official language is Portuguese after all. Japanese is tough.
That proves you use lust a lot in your emails. Welcome you. Oh, yeah, sorry.
Welcome you two to it's a rap. Welcome you two. It's the sentence words. I'm just
Sorry.
an entire monologue.
I'm sorry that
Alright.
you had to do a monologue between two characters who are the same character after voicing 500 different other characters.
Oh goodness.
Game good.
This is truly the voice acting exercise. Welcome you two to the It's a Wrap public bath. Yes, that means it's time for a storm of friend requests.
You've received a friend request, boy. 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 Boy, Kiro, boy. What? Oh, what then? My mental displays got filled up with Kiro boys.
Welcome. Thanks for the invitation. We're Valentina from Eleto, Brazil, and Mari Carmen from Ledo, Mexico.
Just this once, I'll let you call me Mary, okay?
We'll have to go public bath oath again. Wow.
If bonds of friendship tie the world together, humanity will never make such a foolish mistake again.
Meow, you may initiate the oath once more.
Sure. Then let's do it all again, okay?
What? Wait, what? What's going on?
You're just a murderer program. That was a wild chapter.
We had a normal one?
Oh, that's the casual slice of life one, like the festival in the Higurashi first arc.
Yep, that's...
Goodness gracious.
The pieces have been gathered. The pieces have been lined up. Our opponent isn't here yet. Perfect. King of Sorrow.
Oh goodness, it's that loser. I have like 30 minutes left, and then I have to like attend to something. So is this like a longer chapter, or do you think we should like?
I think we'll save here and we'll call it for today then. This one's good
Sure.
enough.
Do you want to go through the profiles then and just read them?
Seacat's Whisper mentioned something about how you unlock spoilers after you complete the game, which I've done.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I'll go through it on my own just to see if this save we're playing, because I started overall from the beginning without, chapter select, and see if it has it. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, thank you so much for watching us stream this. Thanks so much for being here. Game's super fun and interesting, and I hope you're enjoying it. Have a good.
Yeah, I really like this game.
Yeah, it's not done yet, so I'm not gonna say it's my favorite, but it might be gunning for my favorite, like When They Cry visual novel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much, and have a good night, everyone. We'll be back sometime. Probably, we might take a break because projects and exams might make us busy.
Being computer science majors is hell.
It's hell, but yeah. Anyway, thanks for being here, and have a great night once again. Stream's over.
Thank you so much.